Unspoken Warriors. We have a sad story to discuss tonight. Parents Bernard and Salamandra Robinson of Charlotte, North Carolina are grieving the loss of their daughter, 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson. She was a successful entrepreneur who was well known for her hair braiding and extension business and also her clothing boutique. Mr. and Mrs. Robinson say that their daughter Shanquella left Charlotte on a trip to Cabo, Mexico on October 28th with a group of 6 friends. Sadly, they would never see her alive again. Those 6 friends were Elise Hyatt, Malik Dyer, Winter Donovan, Dejanay Jackson, Nazir Wiggins, and Khalil Cook, who was supposedly her best friend of more than 5 years. But this man is now lying about the events surrounding her death. Salamandra Robinson spoke about the last conversation she had with her daughter Shanquella. She says, "She told me they had a chef. They were getting ready to eat. They were eating tacos or a salad or something. And I said, okay, I love you. Have a good night and I will talk to you tomorrow. I never talked to my child again." 24 hours after the group arrived to Cabo on Saturday, October the 29th, 2022, Shanquella's mother, Mrs. Salamandra Robinson, says she received a phone call from Khalil saying Shanquella was resting and not feeling well and that she had thrown up a couple of times. Her mother wasn't too worried because they figured Shanquella was just dealing with a hangover. Come to find out, that was not the case at all. She said, "After he told me she was resting and not feeling good and that she had thrown up, I told him just to call us and keep us informed on how she was doing." Khalil later called again and told Salamandra that the ambulance was at their villa. Okay. She said, "He told me that there were about 3 ambulances there and they were trying to resuscitate Shanquella." She then said that Khalil put her on hold and that she and her husband were confused because he had just spoken to them. And they thought their daughter was fine, just lying down, resting because she wasn't feeling good. Okay. When Khalil returned to the line, he told Shanquella's mother that she had alcohol poisoning. Okay. Sadly, the paramedics could not save Shanquella. It seems that Khalil and the 5 others hurriedly returned to the U.S. a day earlier than planned, possibly to escape being caught up in any legal troubles in Mexico. Okay. Salamandra said that after Khalil returned to the U.S., he brought Shanquella's luggage to my home and he just kept saying she died from alcohol poisoning. At that point, I said I was just going to wait for the autopsy to come back. She also stated that he kept coming around the house every day. His mom was with him, trying to convince the family that he didn't know what happened. Shanquella's sister, Quilla Long, said, "Now that stuff done happened, I can go back and say that's why he was pacing. I mean, you would have thought he was coming off something, like he was high. He was nervous, he was sweating and grabbing his beard. It had to be eating him up." Now, all 6 of the people on the trip with Shanquella were repeating the same story of alcohol poisoning being the cause of the young woman's death. Okay. Shanquella's sister, Quilla Long, has said, "We started receiving calls that they were over there fighting and jumped my sister. We asked them if that was true and they said no, and that there was no one fighting at all." The young woman's mother, Mrs. Shanquella Robinson says that days after the autopsy came in, that's what told the whole story. Shanquella's autopsy revealed that her death was not related to alcohol. Instead, it showed that she had a broken neck, a fractured spine, and had been beaten. Now, do you know the amount of force it takes to fracture a spine? Okay, and it appears she had been beaten. So the amount of anger and rage that was shown against this young lady in the way that she ultimately lost her life is at this point very sadistic. Okay. And the family received photos of her as well. Her face was swollen, and she also had other injuries to her face. Mrs. Robinson stated, "I probably won't be at ease until someone's arrested. They had a villa and they stayed there all night. They didn't go out at all. No one told the same story, so I never believed them anyway." Shanquella's death certificate, which lists the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury, and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae, the section where police could have noted any sign of intoxication, says person found unconscious in living room. Okay. The group stayed at Villa Linda 32, a property listed on CaboVillas.com. A rep with the company says the group called the concierge for help Saturday afternoon. The concierge called a doctor who gave CPR to Miss Shanquella Robinson, who died at 3 p.m. and estimated 15 minutes after her injury. The death certificate has a section that reads, "Was it accidental or violent?" Yes was typed in that section. So it is unclear which one the authorities meant to select. Was it accidental or violent? The U.S. State Department has said that Mexican authorities say there is no clear evidence Robinson was murdered. It took Shanquella's family nearly 2 weeks and $6,000 to bring home her body. Okay. And this story is just very upsetting, unsettling, and disturbing. Okay. And now there is a video circulating of a fight between Shanquella and one of the other women on the trip. Okay. A Dejanay Jackson. A male recording the two women fighting tells Shanquella to at least fight back, to which she responds, "No." Okay. So you just never know sometimes the secret animosity or jealousy that others may harbor towards you. People you call friends, even family, okay? Even a partner, a spouse, okay? You just never know. They will smile in your face while waiting on the chance to dim your light or even destroy you on some level. So please be mindful of the company you keep. If you notice any red flags, feel the energy shift, sneak dissing, insults disguised as joking, someone moving differently towards you than usual, keep that all in mind and limit your interactions. Don't interact with them at all or keep them at arm's length. Okay. And this is just all very heartbreaking. Shanquella did not deserve this. Okay. All she did was go on vacation with people that she thought she could trust. And unfortunately, no one seems to be able to stand up to bullies like the one showed in a video that is circulating where she is assaulting Shanquella on that trip in Cabo, okay? As Shanquella refused to fight back, okay? And I will not show that video here, okay? Out of respect to Shanquella. Everyone just goes right along with these bullies, these individuals, okay? When if everyone, or even just someone, it just takes one person sometimes, would just say, no, that's enough, and call them out when they are wrong, they'd begin to rethink their actions because they know they can't get away with it. If you see something, stand up. Don't just stand by while someone is bullied or mistreated, okay, assaulted, harmed, okay? So at this point, it seems as if maybe this could have even been pre-planned to harm this beautiful, successful young woman on this trip, okay? Prayers of peace and comfort to the family, friends, and all those impacted by the tragic death of Miss Shanquella Robinson. Stand up, awoken warriors. What do you all think of all of this? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for all of the love. It is all greatly appreciated. Rest well, beautiful. Justice for Shanquella Robinson.